Welcome to the first episode of Talking Shirts. I'm Mike from Hulk AR Shirts. Today we're going to take a look at the 2019 home shirt by X-Blades. 2019 was a really strong year for kits for Hulk AR. I think since X-Blades have been with us from 2017 to modern day, they've given us some really good kits. So this shirt's an all white shirt with a modified sort of red band through the middle, not normally a stick as we'd normally see. The sponsor actually drops a little bit below it this time. We're used to seeing the sponsor appearing in that red stripe, so this does make a nice little change. On the front of the shirt, on the match worn shirts, we have a big X in little rubber pads, which is very similar material to that's used on rugby balls. The idea behind that is that when the ball hits a player's chest, there's a little bit more grip there to help the player just sort of retain possession. The shirt itself is a different material to that was on the replica. That's kind of a modern thing now with rugby shirts. The material that's used on the club shop replicas is very different to that the players wear during games. So to get hold of a match worn shirt now, it's really easy to tell the difference between one that's a player spec shirt and one that's a replica. A lot of the branding is all sort of sublimated into the fabric rather than it actually being a sticky transfer that's being plastered on at the end there. So this shirt from 2019 was Mitch Garbutt's. This was probably worn throughout the season by Mitch. It's got a lot of wear and tear to it, which is a match worn shirt. That's absolutely fantastic for me. It tells me that it was worn in a game. There's nothing wrong with having a match issued shirt, but the fact that it's worn and that it's seen game time is something that is really good to know as a shirt collector. When we talk about the wear, you can just about make out here the inner lining's all coming away. There's loose threads. It's got rips in it. It's got tears. That for me is just absolutely fantastic. If we take a look at the sleeve patch here, which is again, this is actually been an applique afterwards. There's so much cracking here to the Heta branding, and on the opposite side with the Betfred Super League logo, the same's happened there as well. This has probably got something to do with Mitch's guns busting out of that for the majority of the season. If we flip this round to the back, as you can see, Mitch Garbutt wore 14 in his debut season for Rovers. Scored more tries in his first few games for us than he did in his entire sort of last season at Leeds, which, you know, he set the world on fire with us to start with, which was brilliant. If you look at the number here, you can see how much cracking is going on to that number. I think the only thing left for that to do now is to fall off. So obviously I'll need to be careful with that one. With match shirts nowadays, we have the GPS tracker in the back. If I just flip this around here, you can just about make out here. So what happens here is a GPS tracker will go in there, and the sports science team will then be able to track data. So this is how we know how much meters a player's made in contact and things like that, and that's where the scientists can get that information from. Another added detail to this shirt, which I really like, is the camo print, which features under the arms running all the way down to the bottom. This is a feature that we've seen across quite a few pieces of Hulk AR merch. A lot of the training gear of the last couple of years has featured camo print, whether it's a red camo or a blue camo. So it's really nice to sort of see that then transition into match shirts. It also features across the red band on the front as well there. So this has been the 2019 home shirt. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I'll be doing some more soon. Catch up soon. Thank you very much for watching.